What's good, guys? Welcome back to the Milk Carton series. I'm your host, Stephanie. If you are new tuning in, you guys are probably like, what are you doing behind the camera? Y'all, my eyes finally feeling a little better. If you guys can see, it's not as bad, but if you guys work out and if you're like me who sweats very bad, like I sweat like just from standing in a place for too long, I sweat horribly. But yeah, so like when I'm working out at Orange Theory, I had to do the hour class, and I don't bring my rag with me to like dry my face. And I think what happened is my eye was already getting irritated, like dry, because I kept like using my shirt to dry my eye, which is an absolute no-no. You should never do that, and you should never use your fingers because the germs and bacteria. So I think that's pretty much what happened. Like my eye was just like, what are you doing? That was pretty much what happened. My eye was like super red, and it wasn't pink eye. It was just my eye was super dry and irritated from working out in the sweat. And if you guys don't know, sweat is like salt, and salt is the absolute worst. Like it damages your hair. That's why you say you should like, co-wash more and stuff like that. But anywho, I don't want to prolong. Just thank you guys for being patient with me because my STD card just went berserk on me. It's like it's like the devil doesn't want me to do these videos. So today, guys, we will be discussing 20-year-old Elaine Park. Elaine went missing from the La Crescenta, California area, but she was last seen in the Calabasas area. So she's from La Crescenta, California, but she went missing in that area. Now, her story is bizarre. I heard about her story on an episode on the ID channel, and I was listening to her story like, it just makes you say, how does a girl just disappear? And I know we often say that all the time in a lot of missing person cases, but it was just truly bizarre that she got up and was nowhere to be seen. Just like Carly Gousset, who I just reported on, like her case is very similar to Carly's, and it's such a strange scenario. It's like, what is going on? Like, what is going on? So yeah, I had to throw that out there because I was watching the ID channel and I was just like, this is a crazy case. Like, this is crazy. Elaine was born on September 24th, 1996. She is known to have a bright personality. She had a lot of friends. She was in drama classes, musicals. She even, as she got older, starred in some shows as guests on like Housewives, ER, and Mad TV. So she was just an all-around girl from what her friends and family, know about her. She truly loved the aspect of acting, and she had high hopes of being an actress, in which she co-starred, not co-starred, but, you're being a guest, you're building your portfolio, especially in the California area. After high school, Elaine did go off to college, but college just didn't seem like the right fit for her, which is what I feel like a lot of 20-year-olds, fresh 18-year-olds go through. I went through it, although I stuck in it. But a lot of kids, when we graduate, we don't necessarily know what we want to do. We have this facade like, oh, I want to live this way, I want to do that. But then college is truly just not for everyone, and that's perfectly fine. She was taking a couple courses, and at the time, she decided to drop out, and then she also, at the same time, got laid off from her job. So life was kind of at this standpoint for her, and I can only imagine at that time and what she was thinking and just trying to really figure out what was her next steps in life. So on January 27th, 2017, she texted her mother basically telling her mom she was going to go to the movies with her on and off again boyfriend at the time. So around 1 a.m., they decided to take an Uber back to his home, which was located in Calabasas, California. And, that's how it is. You have a boyfriend, you spend the night with your boyfriend. So the pair went to sleep at around 4 a.m. the next day on the 28th. It had been noticed that Elaine woke up in a panic attack, and her boyfriend had stated that she was shaking uncontrollably. She was just truly going through the motions of a panic attack. And if you guys ever had a panic attack, it is really like, it feels like you can't breathe, and you do shake, like you tremble. And you're trying to figure out like what in the world is going on, and sometimes they just come on at any given moment depending on your anxiety level or what you're currently doing and what your current state is. So I guess he kind of got her to like simmer down a little bit, because then they went back to sleep for a little bit, and then around like 6:05 that same day in the morning, Elaine got up and she left. Her boyfriend basically did not want her to leave, but she went against his wishes. So I'm gonna screenshot the video so you guys can see Elaine leaving the boyfriend's home around 6 o'clock in the morning. And you see her leaving out, and it's like she goes this way and kind of curves a little bit. And they said there was a vehicle that drove past that night, that morning when Elaine came out. So they wonder if this person has something to do with her disappearance, but there hasn't been anything to come out about it. So the next day, Elaine's mother had texted her and she wasn't texting her back. And Elaine is also known to be very private. So her mother just figured maybe she was just going through something and she would chat with her a little later about it. So when Elaine did not text her back for like a full day, she grew worried, which is natural. You haven't heard from your child and you're curious as to, you know, what is going on. So this is when the investigation kind of takes its beginning for Elaine Park. And her mother went and did a missing persons for her. And she did this with the Glendale Police Department on January 30th, 2017. Elaine's mother basically went to file the missing person case. It was said that not to worry, Elaine is okay, she's grown, maybe she just needed some fresh air. And they do this a lot because of the nature of the age of the individual who went missing. And sometimes I get it, but then sometimes I feel like at the same time, like you're wasting time that we could be finding my loved one. Like seriously. Then on February 2nd of 2017, Elaine's vehicle was found on the Pacific Coast Highway, just south of Carroll Cannon Road in Malibu. This place was approximately about 20 miles from her boyfriend's home. She got to her car, her vehicle was unlocked, the lights were on, and the battery was dead. And when they got to the vehicle, what is really strange is her cell phone, her laptop was in there, and some other miscellaneous items were still in her vehicle. They did search, they did have cadaver dogs out there searching for her in the area, and it was said that it only really lasted about a day. That's when law enforcement stopped their search and they began to kind of backtrack towards investigating or interviewing the family and friends as to those who knew Elaine best. Law enforcement has stated that Elaine's boyfriend has been very cooperative the entire time. He gave up the video footage from his home as to when Elaine left out. And it just sucks because it's like, what the hell? So there was about a $500,000 reward, which in hopes, it kind of expired on Elaine's 21st birthday. But there was, of course, no new tips, no new information to come in. And law enforcement did release the video footage. And that's when they kind of realized that it was an SUV that was kind of like in the video. And it's just so baffling because it's like, what are the words to say, that you have this young girl leave early in the middle of the morning and the vehicle has been locked, unlocked, the battery's dead. It's like, where's Elaine at? So on September 12th of 2017, Elaine's mother went to the Glendale County Police Department to get this case transferred to the Los Angeles Police Department. So on September 12th, 2017, Elaine's mother went to the Los Angeles County Board. She wanted this case to be transferred from the Glendale County Police Department to the Los Angeles Police Department. And she wanted to do this because she felt like the Glendale County Police Department was you know, slowly doing what she felt like they should have been doing far as their daughter being missing. And was denied though, sadly, because there was no new evidence to turn up in the disappearance of Elaine. And so this is when Elaine's mother, she actually hired a private investigator. Through his search, he has leaned more so on the foul play. And of course, he has done his search of different areas in the California area near where Elaine went missing, and nothing has turned up. That is pretty much the case of Elaine Park. She is still missing, and there has not been really any new leads. Of course, the law enforcement are always open for new tips, and Elaine's mother has also done her own search, but nothing has turned up. Now, there are some theories out there as to what has happened to Elaine. Many people think because of her mental state, maybe she committed suicide. However, her family disputes this because there hasn't really been any true claims of, not that her depression isn't real, of course, but there hasn't been any signs that Elaine would go down this route. There's another theory that many believe Elaine ran away, but this doesn't seem to be true, as Elaine really didn't even have any money. She was just recently laid off from her job. You know, she had just dropped from her classes. So I don't really believe that she ran away. And the last theory is foul play is involved. Now, I wonder what I wonder, like, if there was, are there any other surveillance? You know how, like, we live in a world now where everyone has the Ring app, everyone has Vivid. They have a door camera, and you know, and it just, or even the lights from the streets. So I'm curious as to, like, I wonder if she went anywhere. You know, what was her last? Did she go anywhere after leaving his home? You know, maybe her bank statement may have said something. I'm pretty sure law enforcement searched that, but you know, just out of curiosity. And a lot of people online feel like Elaine's boyfriend has something to do with her disappearance. And it kind of sucks, because if you're the last person to see this individual, I feel like you're automatically deemed that individual responsible, because you're the last human person, physical person, to see them alive. And you know, I just wish maybe he would have called her mom and said, hey, your daughter's acting erratic, you know, I don't know what to do. I don't want her to leave. It's not safe. You know, it's really early in the morning. I don't know, you know, I just, you know, it sucks. You don't want to put blame on anyone, of course, you know, because if he hasn't had anything to do with it, he's probably holding on to guilt. And, you know, you really don't want to blame someone if, in fact, they didn't have anything to do with their disappearance. Elaine is listed as 5'6", weighing around 126 pounds. She was last seen wearing a white t-shirt with gray sweatpants. Last seen wearing a white sweatshirt, denim shorts, and possibly gray sweatpants at the time of her disappearance. She has brown hair with blonde tips with brown eyes. It is said that she loves to known to wear makeup, and she likes her mascara to look very heavy. So that's kind of like her signature look. Her nose and ears pierced, along with 3 tattoos. And that is pretty much the disappearance of Elaine Park. She is still missing and has been missing, and it sucks so bad not knowing where your loved one is. So as always in all my videos, I'm sending her family love and light. I'm praying that one day they will get the answers that they seek. No one deserves to have a child out here, niece or nephew, whatever, you know, the relationship is, and not know what has happened to them. So guys, until the next video, I'll see you. As always, stay safe, and I'm sending you all love and light. Bye guys.